Hi everyone, Jarrod here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the new Super Mario Brothers series, just in general, and just talk a little bit about what I thought of the two new Super Mario Brothers, and also a little bit about what I'm hoping will be released in new Super Mario Brothers 2. So let's begin. Okay, we have the first one, New Super Mario Brothers. What's so excellent about this game was it was a true return to form for the Super Mario Brothers series. Before this one, we had Super Mario Sunshine, we had Super Mario 64. Mario sort of wasn't being released very frequently during this time period, and this one came out in 2006. And what was so great about it was it wasn't 3D. Now, not to say there's anything wrong with the 3D ones, because there really isn't. But the fact was that it really went to show us that the original 2D gameplay of Super Mario Brothers still worked tremendously well. And this one was it felt like a fresh breath of, well, actually a breath of fresh air rather. And it was great. I mean, there was a whole bunch of new power-ups like Mega Mushroom, which made Mega Mario, as I call him. We also had a whole bunch of mini games. It wasn't heavy on the stylus, but that's actually what made it so awesome, was the fact that it was just a true return to form of 2D Mario. The biggest problem, though, that we had with this one, and I say we being the hardcore Mario fans, was the fact that it was just a little bit too easy. Getting all the star coins and what have you didn't really require much of a challenge, and it's not uncommon to have people complete the game with like in excess of 200 or 300 lives. Now, this game would go on to sell almost 30 million units on the DS. I think its actual numbers are something like, well, I actually wrote it down here. Let me have a look. Yeah, 28.2 million units. That's staggering. That's absolutely incredible. And it also explains why we never received a sequel to this game on the DS. Why would Nintendo bother to put out competition for this game when it was still selling so tremendously well? Makes sense, right? Well, 3 years fans had to wait, and in between that time, in 2007, we received Super Mario Galaxy, which went on to huge critical acclaim. But, I'm not sure if you all realize this, but this bad boy only sold 10 million copies. 10 million compared to 30 million. And the Wii has sold in excess of 90 million units worldwide. What's up with this? Well, logic would dictate that people tend to, maybe not prefer, but I think the casuals or just people who might be interested in Mario might have a little bit of preference for the 2D over the 3D. And the reason for that is this is a lot less intimidating than this. Now, if you haven't had a chance to play Super Mario Galaxy, by all means, I highly recommend this one. It's a really, really fun, excellent platformer. I haven't had a chance to fully go through it all yet, but I'm going to be doing that shortly, and I'm going to have a video review for this one any day now. Okay, so in 2009, that was 2007. Then in 2009, Nintendo released New Super Mario Bros. Wii for the Wii, obviously. And what this did is it sort of expanded what the DS original did. Now, very important here, don't think this is just a straight port, because it's not at all. If anything, this took what the DS one did and went crazy with it. They added multiplayer, they increased the challenge, and they made finding all the star coins significantly harder than the original. This is my favorite one. I didn't think it was. I went back and I tried the DS one, and then I went and played this one. I was like, no, I actually prefer this one to the DS one. But the multiplayer is not really for me, only because I find it's a little bit too chaotic, but it's fun. I mean, if you have a bunch of buddies, you have a couple of beers, and I guarantee you're going to really enjoy this. But one thing that never sat well with me with this one was with the force motion controls. If you hold the game like this and you sort of swing the Wiimote in this motion, you can get Mario to do like a spinning high jump when he's got one of the special caps on his head. And I never liked that. I felt that was always forced and just tacked on, sort of like in Donkey Kong Country Returns, which I'll get on in a separate review I'm going to do for the game. So I don't understand why they didn't just allow you to use the classic controller. I think that would have worked just as well, if not better. But whatever, this is still a sensational game, and this game would go on to sell 25 million units, further reiterating what I said about Galaxy. People tend to have an easier time getting into the 2D Marios as opposed to the 3D ones. I mean, this absolutely crushed this sales, and the same with Super Mario Galaxy 2, which was released after this. It only would go on to sell around 6 million units. Now, what's very interesting with this is Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS has already sold 6 million units worldwide, and I don't know if I'm happy or if I'm a little bit sad by the fact that New Super Mario Bros. 2 is coming to the 3DS. The Mario fan inside me is extremely happy because it gives me something else to play, but this has only sold 6 million, and I know it has potential to easily surpass maybe 20 million units worldwide. But I'm kind of concerned that if they release New Super Mario Bros. 2 so soon, is it going to eat into the sales of 3D Land? Because 3D Land, to me, is the perfect hybrid between the classic 2D gameplay and the 3D Marios like Super Mario Galaxy. It's just, it's the perfect bridging title. Now, for what I'm expecting, because we know that New Super Mario Bros. 2 is going to be released in, I believe it's this August, so, you know, that's not much time. I mean, it's coming out very, very soon. And what I'm hoping for is the same challenge from this one right here. I want the same challenge that was offered in this one. If nothing else, make it even more challenging. And just, you know, keep innovating with the different suits, the different power-ups, things like that. I'd also really like if we could have a record feature. I think that would be awesome, so that we could record our, you know, our speed runs, or let's say we do really well in one particular level or another, and maybe link it up with YouTube or something like that, so we can easily share this, or maybe even like have it so I could send it to my friends. I think that would be really, really interesting. I'd also really like, if you're going to add multiplayer, like what was done with this one, why not add an online component to it? With the 3DS, it'd be super, super easy to do, because the machine's almost always connected to Wi-Fi or something like that. I think that would be interesting too. But that's all I have to say about this particular series. I'd like to hear what you have to say. So why don't you leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on all of these games, and what are you hoping for in New Super Mario Bros. 2 when it gets released later this summer. So as always, keep it locked to ProjectCoe.com for the latest news, reviews, and special features, and thanks for your continued support.